So I'm, where am I? Just past Guangzhou on my way to Hami in Xinjiang, and stopped off at this little service area. Had like a few restaurants and a shop. Really wasn't that much, but came across two other cyclists, two Chinese cyclists. I think it's like father and son sort of duo. And then yeah, I spoke to the son. Google Translate, obviously. Kind of sort of got to talking, and he was telling me, because we're headed in the same direction, at least today. And he was telling me about sort of the landscape ahead. He was saying that they're planning on camping in a small town called Liaoyuan, I think it was, which is about 30k from here. It's quite useful information. And then he went on to say that there are usually wolves about, so I was like, oh, okay. So he was like, well, that's where we're headed. And so I said, oh, well, maybe I'll head there as well, have some dinner, and then sort of see what's what, and maybe sort of see where they camp, and who knows, maybe camp together. So yeah, it was cool to meet fellow cyclists. There's been quite a few Chinese cyclists these past sort of few days that I've seen. Yeah, it's quite cool to see. Kind of nice that you're not alone, but yeah, no, it's cool to see, and yeah, we'll see what sort of happens tonight, I guess.
So I'm currently in Xinjiang. Made it to Hami on Thursday, I think it was. When I entered the province, it was pretty much straight into a police checkpoint, and then they were like, yeah, you're gonna have to catch a ride. You shouldn't really be cycling on the expressway, and that was the only way to Hami. So I was like, okay, yeah, fine. I think it was a battle that I wasn't gonna win. So yeah, I got there, stayed there Thursday night, because I was like, oh, let's try and make a plan as to which way to go through Xinjiang. And yeah, decided to head up and then across to Urumqi. So woke up yesterday morning, set off, and then immediately got to another police checkpoint, and he was like, yeah, no, you can't cycle here. And I was like, well, where am I meant to cycle then? I can't cycle here and I can't cycle there. Yeah, I eventually, again, they were like, yeah, you're gonna have to get a lift over the mountains because it's not safe. I was like, okay, fine. And yeah, so yeah, on my way towards sort of Urumqi and the border. And do you know what? The police have been nothing but sort of helpful and friendly, actually. When reading stuff online, I always sort of pictured them as being quite hostile and aggressive. But the experiences I've had have been, no, they're just, I don't know, I think they're just normal people, but it's just the systems in place that make it difficult for travellers. And behind me is, I don't know if you can see, that is the morning sunrise, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I'm gonna pack everything up and then crack on with the day. Just thought I'd do another quick entry before I set off this morning. Yeah, so since being in Xinjiang, I think it's been a real sort of contrast, I guess, because the people here have been like the kindest out of everywhere I've been so far in China, I think, hands down. Since I've been here, I've been given like bottles of water, like fruit juice. Yesterday, after stopping off at a restaurant, the owners gave me a bag full of like almost like raisins. I can't remember the name that they said that they were, but yeah, stuff like that, which is yeah, it's always, I don't know, just a really nice feeling, I guess. And yeah, it's almost getting to the point where it's like weighing the bike down so much that I'm getting, you know, just bottles of water and stuff like that. It was like the police in Hami. They gave me a big bottle of water and a big bottle of iced tea to take with me. So yeah, it's strange how people have been the kindest, but also it's the systems in place that can make it incredibly frustrating for a foreign traveller to go through these parts. Right then, update post Urumqi. Had a rest day there, all good. But now, on my way to the border, I'm stuck on the side of the road because my back tire's got another puncture, which is brilliant. Borderline taking the piss, I think, in the grand scheme of things, but just gotta get on with it, I suppose. I don't think I have the strength or the willpower to try and take this back tire off. I just think I'll just fuck it up again, if I'm honest. I mean, I tried to earlier, but I wouldn't fucking budge. So I've glued I've just put glue over where it's been leaking, and then I'm about 120k from Jinga, which is a city, and hopefully there's a bike shop that can help me out with it. But I don't think I'm gonna make that mistake again of trying to be Mr. Bike Mechanic and just make it into living hell. If I have to stop every 10k or 20 minutes or whatever and pump it up, then so be it. I think that's just my life from now on. So I was just stopped by the police just then. Basically, there's only one road that goes to Jinghe, and that's an expressway. So I got turned away from that and was told, oh yeah, there's a road that runs alongside it, and it goes all the way to Jinghe, and this is the road. Washboard. Brilliant. And it's about 100k to Jinghe, so yeah, it's gonna be fun. But yeah, anyway, yeah, like I said, I've stopped by police, and they were kind of like, oh, let's see your passport, where you going, sort of thing. And then he was like, oh, I want to make a video. And I was like, oh, okay, like, video of what? He's like, oh, I'll come over and say like, oh, can I help you? And then you say, oh, I have a flat tire. And I was like,
like, okay, fine. So yeah, he kind of two other guys came out to direct this feature film. I think it just shows that, I don't know, some of these policemen are just absolute numpties. Yeah, it's just comical, really. But yeah, this flat tire, the back tire is kind of flat. It'll like deflate up to a certain point. It's weird. So yeah, when I get to Cheshire, hopefully I can get a bloke or a woman to have a look at it, because it's, yeah, I can't carry on like this. But yeah, I'm on my way to Cheshire, edging closer to the border. I keep thinking, I was just thinking with the back tyre and stuff, that on this trip I need to sort of do everything alone and do everything by myself and be self-sufficient, and you know, this is my journey, a one-man sort of army sort of thing. But I'm starting to realise that I'll need to count on a number of people along the way, a lot of strangers with different skill sets. But yeah, I'm starting to, I think, accept that yeah, I can't do this all on my own. So I'm now about 150k from the border. Got my rear tyre fixed in Cheshire, and then continued cycling until last night. I got to the end of the road and got to this toll booth here for the highway, because that's the final road into the border. And naturally I got stopped and they were like, yeah, no bicycles. And I was like, well, this is the only road, and yeah, I need to get to the border, and this is the only way. So the guy was really good actually. He was kind of like, that's right, I understand, like there's another road that you can take that goes all the way round and it will join up on the highway and you can join there. And I was like, oh, that's so far. It was that classic case of, and I think it didn't help it was the end of the day, but the case of, you know, so close yet so far. And then he was like, well, there's a dirt track just behind here, I'll show you, and then I can show you where you can get onto the highway. So we walked about a couple of 100 meters, walked into like this sort of forested area, where it then opens up almost towards the lake, and he was kind of like, yeah, you can take this track and then make sure you go past the other toll booths and then just hop onto the highway and then crack on. Yeah, it was a good moment, and I like it when people like that sort of, you know, they go out of their way to help you out, and it's, yeah, I can't thank that guy enough. So now I'm going to pack up the rest of my things and I'm going to set off towards the Kazakhstan border.